When you open a complex program for the first time, the screen can feel overwhelming. It's common to look at those buttons and menus and feel as though you've sat down in the cockpit of a commercial airliner. We can change that perspective by thinking of this software differently. Instead of a flight deck, imagine a clean, highly organized physical workbench where every tool has its own specific peg. This welcome screen shows a gallery of pre-built templates. These are blueprints for common tasks, like home budgets or schedules, allowing you to start with a structured plan rather than a blank page. Using this workspace does not require specialized math skills. It simply requires a basic understanding of where the tools are kept and how the grid is organized. Let's identify the main parts of our shop, starting at the very top. The title bar sits at the uppermost edge. This is the nameplate for your project, displaying the name of the file you are currently working on. To the left of the nameplate is the Quick Access toolbar. Think of this as your personal tool belt. It holds your most frequent actions, like saving your work or undoing a mistake, so they are always within reach. Below the tool belt is the ribbon, grouping tools into tabs like Home or Insert. Moving down is the worksheet canvas, an organized grid with letters marking vertical columns and numbers marking horizontal rows. This image shows a single box on the grid, which we call a cell. Every cell is the intersection of a column and a row. Here, the red highlight shows cell A1, the exact point where column A meets row 1. This coordinate system gives you a reliable way to map out your data. Because every box has a unique letter and number address, you can always find exactly where you placed a piece of information. To move around the grid, you can use the arrow keys on your keyboard to take small steps, one box at a time, in any direction. When you need to move across thousands of rows, manual scrolling takes too long. Instead, you can use the F5 key. This opens the Go To menu, which acts like a teleportation system for the grid. By typing a coordinate into that menu and hitting Enter, you jump instantly to that location. In this image, we jumped to cell E10, landing exactly at the intersection of column E and row 10. With these coordinates, you can navigate through a grid of billions of cells and stay oriented, no matter how far you move from your starting point. To add data to the grid, just click on a box and start typing. Once you press the Enter key, your text or number is locked into that cell. If you make a mistake, you can use the backspace key to fix it, or simply type the correct information directly over the old data. A long sentence won't always fit inside its box. The text spills over the boundary. To fix this, the Wrap Text tool folds overlapping words downward, stacking them onto multiple lines so the sentence fits inside the original box. To work with many cells at once, click and drag to highlight a block, like the selection covering A1 to E10. You can also use your keyboard. Press F8 to drop an anchor, then tap arrow keys to expand the highlighted region. Entering and selecting data is designed to be straightforward. Whether you are typing a single word or adjusting 1,000 rows, the tools are built to handle bulk changes with a few quick commands. Sometimes you need to change just a single character within a long sentence. Retyping the whole entry would be inefficient. You can find a precision editing area just above the grid, called the formula bar. When you click a cell, its contents appear up here, allowing you to edit the text without affecting anything else in the box. If you prefer working directly on the grid, double-clicking a cell places your cursor inside it. This allows you to delete or add specific letters right where they are. For the fastest way to edit, press the F2 key. This jumps your cursor to the very end of the data in that cell, so you can immediately begin typing. These tools let you switch between bulk highlighting and microscopic editing, depending on exactly what the job requires. For a quick look at your data, try highlighting a group of numbers. There is an automatic feature that summarizes your work without you having to do any math. Look at the bottom edge of the screen, the status bar. This strip provides a live analysis of your highlighted data. As we look closer, we see the average, the count, and the sum. It acts as an automatic scale. The interface that felt like a confusing cockpit just minutes ago is now a space where you know exactly which pegboard holds your tools. By approaching this software as an organized workspace, you have already mastered the layout. Now that you know exactly where the tools are, you are ready to start building your own projects.